Hi everyone, and welcome back to Reflection of Life. So today I had another guest here. So he is all the way from
Yemen.
Yemen. His name is Ammar. Ammar, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. This is Ammar. I am a nomad person that goes around and work remotely. Now in Malaysia. I do art direction, and yeah, this is me.
So tell us about the overall experience when you started to do digital nomad.
Actually, I'm working full-time jobs, but the company that we have, they give us 2 months yearly to choose any country we want, whether you work on their offices because we have offices everywhere around the world, or you go work on the beach or something. So I choose always.
Could be a luxurious.
It's not luxurious because they know we were overwhelmed because we need to overthink. So working in an environment that suits you, you wear the everything that suits you. You see it the every like position you want, you eat whatever you want. You don't need to be not to be yourself. You're gonna get like comfortable to produce more idea or be more creative rather than just in a corporate place in the same place in the same colors, same people in a toxic place. Yeah.
Though I actually to had this kind of conversation with Pama was it started with the idea that I popped up lately with two of the digital nomads, which will be released in somewhere nearby end of July. They are also speaking about the experiences of doing digital nomad as a startup career or like as a long-term career in their cases. So I would actually want to speak to you as well because you are also happy in this halfway for some time. So how many years already you have been doing this career pathway?
It's been the same career. It's been like more than 15 years. Yeah, until now. But going outside and finding different culture, finding different places, discovering countries. It's been like I think last 7 years. Yeah, I've been in more than 50 countries.
50
Yeah,
countries.
yeah.
Wow, that is more than mine. I just only said it
We're
maybe
competitors.
and tell me what is the myth that was in regards of digital nomad?
Again, what do you
What
mean?
was the myth that you had actually realized after you started digital nomad?
You mean the good thing or the
Like, for example, people always say that being a digital nomad, you have work-life balance. Do you think that's a myth or a fact?
uh, it's a mix because as I said, usually when you want to eat at home, you're gonna eat as you like. You're gonna order what you like, wear what you like. So gonna be more comfortable rather than being in the morning, in the traffic, going to meet the same people, same environment, and that's it's gonna make you dead from inside, especially if you're a creative person.
Oh, that's like so
Yeah,
good here.
exactly. It's especially if you're a creative person, it needs to see different colors, different typography, different people, different culture, different environment, different weather. That's gonna inspire us to catch ideas from everywhere and make us more productive. Yeah.
So, second questions. So, let's see if this is a myth or a fact. Being a digital nomad, you'll be able to travel to many countries and only by one studying, accessing through your computer to work and travel at the same time. Is that a myth or a fact?
It depends on the country and the accessibility there, the facilities, and sometimes we go to countries that doesn't have a good internet coverage or internet speed internet. So
How
this is a.
come that you like usually use VPN or any accesses?
I remember when I was in China, it was a struggling to be honest because I'm using the company a laptop and they have restriction. We can't use any VPN, so it was dead. Like the laptop, nothing working there.
That reminds me of when the first time when I went to China with my family. It's just a typical family trip to China. I realized it was my first time unable to access Facebook. So I think that would that be that particular struggle you are referring to?
Literally nothing works. Nothing.
Nothing.
Emails, Teams, nothing. It was like off. I was like, why do they have? Especially in the airport, I was trying to connect. I connected. I said, there is no internet or what's going on because I didn't realize that they don't use these applications.
Be homesick, like for instance, if your parents are calling you all the way from Yemen and you can't even contact them.
I can VPN through the phone, but through the laptop because it's a company laptop. We can't do anything. Like they need, I need an access from the IT global blah blah, which is something. And they told me that I have to go to Shanghai office there and work from there and using their network. So it's a different thing. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a third question just to determine whether this is a myth or a fact. Then the fact that digital nomad enables a person to be financially stable. Do you think that is a myth or a fact?
Depends on exactly what you do. If you're full-time job, you're gonna be more sustainable and less worried because you have end of the month this amount of money, so you know how to manage and save money. Depends on your budget. You go to this country and you book this certain specific hotel because it's matching your budget. If you're doing freelancing, it's a surprise. Like it's a good luck.
Can you say that it's like a roller coaster in general?
Exactly, exactly. One day for you and one day on you. Yeah, so it's gonna be everything is gonna be surprises, especially if you're in a different country. You don't know what's going on there. If you didn't work, you have to beg in the street or something. You don't have any solution to it.
This is literally me putting up a meme later on, crying with smile. It's big. So, the next myth or fact that do you agree to a certain extent that digital nomad are able to, besides to travel, do you think that digital nomad faces fear of missing out when they are actually facing a computer from time to time?
Missing out like experiences or missing out what
Fear of missing out in terms of, like, for example, you may be traveling, but you are still facing a laptop and you won't be able to fully experience the different walks of life when you are in that country. Do you agree to this?
I mean, if I'm not a digital nomad, I'm gonna be the same, like, but in a same country. I prefer being in a different country every month and seeing different people eating different food and also facing the laptop. So it's but also we have a weekends. So we're gonna on the weekends, especially if you have a full-time job, on weekends you can go discover, and after work you can go to discover the city you're in. Yeah. So, but if you're freelancing, it's more freedom, like for you to balance, like.
So, do you think that by being a full time digital nomad with a full time job enables stability, but at the same time, when you travel, does it help you to broaden your horizons?
Of course, definitely. Especially when you meet the local and see their perspective on everything, it's gonna give you insights on every aspect you didn't think of. Like it's a new knowledge, as if you're going to an history class and getting free educational there. So for me, it's open doors and uh, make me more creative to see, and especially I love food. So when I go to any country and I try a good dish, I try to get the ingredients. I go to TikTok to have the recipe and try to learn it at home.
So, that's a quick question. Among all the big T countries, which is your most favorite food? I mean, you like Malaysia?
I love Malaysia. Not Malaysian food. I love Malaysian food, but the diversity that is here. Like I love Asian foods more. Like in total, like Thai, Chinese, Japanese, which is in Malaysia, they're accessible.
Yeah.
Also, Malaysia, it's we came from Middle East. We're a bit like sensitive in certain food we can't eat. So Malaysia, it's a balance for us in terms of halal, not halal, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. Things that we're used to eat, or at least spices that we used to, but in a good uh, or a new way to cook. So Malaysia, I think they have a big diversity in foods, especially for Asian foods, and it's cheap. So you're gonna have more opportunity to try more than things. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So I have one last thing for you to do. Do you have any wishes to anyone who is interested in being digital nomad?
I try to encourage everyone to do this in at least in their once their life, to be in a certain time to go discover countries. I know it's hard to work online, depends on the company that you're working on or the job. Not all jobs require remote working, because as you know, after COVID, most company like realize it's working from home. It's a hybrid system. It's working for people. It's not gonna collapse the company. So they're saving money. They're saving renting, building big buildings. So work from everywhere, and they're gonna give you the best choice. So you're working at home. You're eating whatever you want. You're wearing whatever you want. So this is a good environment for you to choose the yeah.
So much. Thank you so much for joining in. So you will stay tuned for our next incoming episodes as well. And thank you, Ammar, for
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you too. See you guys.
hope I'll see him again in the future.
In the 651 country.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Reflection of Life. So stay tuned for in this coming new episode in July. Do subscribe us in YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Spotify, and TikTok.